All right, let's talk about the LaBrants. So yeah, we first came to our attention some months ago. They were clickbaiting. They thought their daughter had cancer, and then they found out she was fine. And they made this whole documentary. This was their thumbnail. Look at that. She got diagnosed with cancer, documentary. Yeah, she didn't. The kids are fine. These people are morally so this is they're super conservative Christian. That's the whole shtick, and they're also incidentally like the most morally bankrupt freaks you can imagine. I mean, just by default, they have a family channel, so okay, they're freaks. And then clickbaiting your own child dying of cancer is like, honestly, like way below what even the Ace family would do. I don't even think the Prince family has stooped that low.
They've gotten close because they have clickbaited their kids like having horrible like skin rashes and stuff and like all kinds.
They've gotten close.
They have 4 drowning videos of their kids in the thumbnail. They're like that.
Right? Yeah. So
Holy
they've
shit.
definitely gotten close.
The thing about the LaBrant families, though, is they're like serious, like disciples of God, and their channel's like serious. So at least you know with the Prince family, my child was abducted and violated. My child was abducted by a serial child predator. Yeah, so this is where we know them from. But they just released a 36-minute documentary on YouTube titled Abortion Documentary. It's an investigation by the LaBrant family on discovering the truth about abortion. As you know, abortion is almost no debate about it, so it's good that the LaBrant family, of all people, are qualified to make a full investigation. The truth about abortion, and also to help women gain better access to health care and medical resources. Here's the documentary. And then I guess, obviously, they think abortion is murder. But the part that really stuck out to people is, where is it? Is it in the beginning where they compare it to the Holocaust and all that shit? Oh, here it is. Comments are disabled. Apparently it has a lot of dislikes, though you can't see it. Here's a clip Def Noodles posted.
We've been filming this documentary. We've been asked by our friends, by family, by mentors, why are we making this? There's so much at risk. Why are we even making this?
People with mentors are just bad vibes. I don't know why, but...
Here, I have
holy shit!
Yeah, I have the plug-in where you can still see the dislikes.
Okay. So there you go. The dislike button is still out there going strong. Click that for me, would you? Thank you.
Yeah. I'll leave the comments turned off. But.
Do you know what I'm saying? People that talk about mentors are weird in general.
No, I don't know what you're saying at all with that.
Really?
Yeah. What does that mean?
Like Ty Lopez, my mentor. It's like their whole thing is
well,
like a mentor. Who has a mentor? Who has a mentor?
I always describe you as my mentor.
Yeah, but
I'm not your mentor.
People have mentors.
I'm just playing.
Who the fuck? Does any of you guys have a mentor? Like, just illuminate me, please.
No, people that inspire me.
No, but that's not a mentor. We all...
No, I have masterclass, baby.
That's right.
I don't need a mentor.
That's right.
All right, well said. Hopefully someone out there knows what I'm talking about.
I know what you're saying, and I refer this to the Seinfeld episode. Do you remember which one I'm talking about?
Go ahead.
Where Jerry is dating a girl with a mentor, and the mentor ends up dating Kenneth, the other comedian dude, Kenny.
Oh yeah,
Banya.
Yes.
So I can see what you're saying.
Nobody has mentors unless you're like, I don't know. You guys know what I'm talking about? Like, to refer to someone as your mentor is just odd. My mentor.
Well,
like,
it can also mean whatever the craft is too. Like, do you mean it in like a life sense, like a life?
It seems like a life coach the way these people use it.
I had a mentor. He screwed me over. I'm not even joking.
Wait, who was your mentor?
When I started college, there was this dude who kind of like was head of the student organization.
Yeah.
And I don't know, he taught me a lot. helped out a lot of people in my class that were coming in,
Yeah.
and I just found out the guy's a snake. I don't know. There's a lot
you
that
go.
goes into this. Yeah.
Mentors. Watch out. People just, yeah, it gives multi-level marketing vibes. That's the problem with the mentor. And people that describe themselves as mentors, there you got a real issue. Trust me, Dan.
I don't. I still think you're totally
Who's
wrong
your
on that.
mentor, Dan? You have a mentor.
I don't have a mentor, but
Who's your mentor? Brazzo?
I wish. Oh man, that would have been awesome. No, somebody that you either work closely with, who's older and more experienced, and imparts a lot of wisdom to you as you grow up. I mean,
I feel like a mentor is like a formal relationship.
no, you're talking about like a life coach or something. Which, yeah, I mean, life coaching is bullshit.
This guy I'm talking about in my life, when I met him, he said, you know, I got into civil rights because of your father. He's like, I didn't look up to anyone, none of the famous people, it's just your father. He told the same exact thing to my cousin. He didn't know we were cousins, like a year later, because my uncle's also a civil rights attorney.
Oh, he just tells everyone that?
Just a spiel, yeah.
Interesting.
Dumb motherfucker AB.
Yep.
And hey, let's watch these idiots.
Why are we adding flame to an already crazy burning fire? And the answer is just if one baby is saved from this, if one mom chooses to keep her baby from it, then it's all worth it.
You know how to save babies? Don't do a family channel. You want to save kids' lives? End your channel now. Go get a fucking job doing something else, bro. Not lying about your kids having cancer, you snake-ass bitch.
This documentary by no means is trying to illegalize abortion. After this documentary, you're still going to have the choice.
Yeah.
You're still going to have your choice. But I know that there's going to be...
Not in Texas.
Right.
Yeehaw.
Did you hear about that horrible story of that woman?
Yes, I did.
Did you hear the update about it?
It was dropped.
Because she didn't actually even get an abortion.
You want to tell the story? Yeah.
This is so fucked up, dude.
Texas is literally fucking medieval ages.
It's so insane. Yeah, this woman got arrested for having an abortion because they just passed that law recently that essentially outlaws it outside of the first like 3 weeks or something.
Yeah, and everyone in the state can sue her for $10,000 now too.
Right. And so they arrested her, held her in jail and everything, and now it got dropped because they found out that it was a stillbirth. She didn't even have an abortion. So imagine this woman going through the trauma of losing her child and then getting thrown in jail.
Yep.
It's like
she gave
She
gave birth to a stillborn child, which is so scary and terrifying and traumatic. And then in Texas, the good people of Texas, the God-fearing people of Texas, threw her in jail because they suspected she had an abortion. How long was she in jail for? Like 3 weeks or something?
I don't know. I'd have to look at it.
She was actually in jail for a minute.
I know she was held for a minute, yeah.
And they're like, whoops.
Goddamn rascal.
God damn it. Yeehaw! In Texas, we ain't got no taxes, boy.
What the hecking dog?
Yeah, Texas is a fucking nightmare. Anyone who's moving there being like, Texas is great. Texas is fucking medieval. I mean, there's lots of good people that live there. Not to hate on our Texans, but I'm just saying the state government there is fucked, bro.
Yeah.
They're sick fucking freaks. They are mentally ill religious zealots that are better off fucking in the 1500s than 2022. Let them secede. God damn, bro.
Darn it.
I swear, these people, they have more in common with ISIS than they do me.
Yep.
In Texas, we ain't got no taxes, and our women need permission to leave the house. Yeehaw! Can I get an amen for
Arizona?
Texas? Mm-hmm. Woo! We ain't got no Texas down here in Texas. But if you give an abortion, you going to jail. Yeehaw! And the doctor. Woo! God dang it! We have abortion activists that steal fetuses from. Was that in Texas? The activist that stole fetuses?
No, actually, I don't think it was.
We steal fetuses.
That story was crazy too, though. You talking about the one where they found like a bunch of fetuses?
Yeah, there was a anti-abortion activist that was stealing fetuses from hospitals. Woohoo! Come on now, Piggy.
Oh, hell yeah, brother.
In Texas, we like to take women who have abortions and throw them in the rodeo and treat them like cattle.
Sarsaparilla. It's fucked up, dog.
They act like women just do abortions for fun. It's awesome. Anyway, let's watch. So this is basically, these people are that.
One mom watching, maybe 5, maybe 10, maybe 100, maybe 1,000. We have no idea the ripple
Dude, you don't give a fuck about those kids, bro.
effects.
They do. They give a fuck about them when before they're born. But
Yeah, well, exactly.
that's the real irony with all of these, not all, but most anti-abortion activists, is that they're heavily conservative and they don't believe in actually taking care.
They don't want after-school plans.
Nope.
They don't want free meals for kids.
The second you are out of
They don't
that
want
womb, you better
daycare.
start pulling yourself up from your bootstraps.
They don't want
'cause you
health care.
are your own individual. And
That baby has every right to be born into abject poverty
exactly.
Get your
and to
fucking
die
ass
of
to work.
malnutrition.
It seems like nobody wants to work these
Can I get an amen? Nobody wants to work. These moms out here just having abortion for fun. Damn. My favorite hobby is having abortions. I like to get pregnant and have an abortion. It's so much fun.
Guys to know all the resources out there, and also for us as a church, and just me and Cole even, just that how much more we need to be doing.
We want to go into this finding out what resources are available for women that you might not know about. Are there resources, in your city? If not, is there something that the church should be doing, that you watching should be doing? Maybe you aren't pregnant. Maybe you aren't the one facing the question of whether we've been filming this documentary. We've been asked by her. I know that this whole documentary is obviously centered around the mom and her baby, but obviously there's a father. There's a father somewhere. And I feel
Dad
like
writes,
in every one of these
men should decide. The man should decide if that baby get born or not. Yeah, you having that baby, girl. Hey, guess what, dudes? That's why you got to wear a fucking condom, because once that baby is conceived, you ain't get a choice no more, boy. Unfortunately, in some cases, but that's just the way it is.
stories, the father was absent, the man was absent, and he's just not involved. He takes a back seat, takes a step back. It's just easier that way. It's hard.
Unlike me, I put my kids on camera. And
by the way, this is
oh shit, I saw this. This is the guy, bro. Look at this tweet. I may just wait 20 years for David Beckham's 3-year-old daughter because God knows she's going to be gorgeous. God damn, this guy does care about the kids.
He cares a lot.
What the
Yo! How do you tweet that? I'm about to wait 20 years.
That is fucked up.
That 3-year-old girl about making me feel some type of way.
Jesus Christ.
Damn, bro. That's some crazy shit right there, boy. Wait, he's not the biological dad?
No, that's I don't know if it's both the kids or if it's just one, but it's not his biological.
That's interesting. Damn. You ever see a 3-year-old and be like, damn, about to make me act up? Well, he has.
That man has.
That man right there, he has done that. In fact,
God-fearing man.
In fact, he even expressed that publicly on a social media platform.
To take a step forward and say, wow, I wasn't prepared for this. I wasn't ready, but I'm going to be here with you. I'm going to rally with you. It's already hard enough as is for a mom to do this, let alone being alone. So I feel like as men, we need to step up. We need to rise to the occasion whenever something that maybe seems unfortunate and difficult at the time could come to be one of the greatest blessings in your life. After walking into Embrace Grace and talking with Amy Ford and seeing their team and hearing all the resources available, I just felt so encouraged and so relieved that wow, people are being the front runners. People are doing this. Because you think, why aren't people doing more? Why isn't there enough? Why isn't there this? I know that this whole documentary is obvious.
Where's the Holocaust part? Yeah. Oh, it's at the beginning. Let's just watch this video. This is great, man. These guys are awesome. One week. 3 weeks. 4 weeks. 6 weeks. 7 weeks. Oh shit, bro.
Sounds like the beginning of Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah, why is this like giving me like existential space dread?
Goes right into Breathe.
Abortion has been arguably the most polarizing, heated, and controversial civil rights issue since 1973, when abortion was legalized in the U.S.
Why they do a money sign? Like people are making money from abortions? It's big abortion that did that. Yo, they did a money sign, and the current Supreme Court, which had nothing to do with it,
was legalized in the U.S.
Bing, bing, getting that big abortion
baby.
money. God damn it. That big abortion. Yeah, this is the court this court is trying to make it illegal, so I don't even know why you're showing them.
There is so much passion on either side of the topic, and seems to be no middle ground and virtually no humane conversations.
Jesus.
So much anger and so much hate. In the midst of it all, we truly believe that love is the answer. Instead of pro-life.
So much anger, so much hate. Who's the one that's angry? Who's the one that's hating? Who are the people that blow up the fucking abortion clinics and kill abortion doctors?
And harass people outside the clinics and call them murderers.
It's all coming from your side, you stupid motherfucker.
If you minded your own fucking business, there'd be no problem.
Yeah. Like, so much hate. Fuck off.
Cha-ching! Big abortion, baby. Yo, actually, I heard the guy that invented abortion gets a kickback every time there's an abortion.
He did it as an NFT.
Yeah, like
he
the
gets,
NFT
yeah,
Yeah. He has a copyright on abortion. He gets a kickback. A Rothschild, I believe it was. Or George Soros, I think. George Soros gets $1 every time there's an abortion.
That's why he's so rich.
Yeah.
That's actually, very few people know that.
Board abortions.
It's actually very lucrative, the abortion business. You wouldn't guess it.
Is it possible for us to be pro-love? Is it possible for us to love both the mother and the baby?
I'm actually anti-love.
Yeah.
That's my stance in life.
Love is the
weakness.
primary cause of all of the world's problems, actually.
Yeah, I'm anti-love, actually. All right, so this is the part that really ruffled people's feathers.
Is it possible for us to be pro-love? Is it possible for us to love both the mother and the baby?
So Rwanda genocide, Cambodian genocide.
The answer isn't either or.
The Holocaust, of course.
Oh,
and by the way, to show kids, these poor kids in a concentration camp.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
No, they're not, Zach. They're dead serious.
But rather both.
There it is.
I have my personal...
Look at all that George Soros kickbacks.
You have yours. We're all so different.
What is this music choice for this, too? This is bizarre.
So
this is not the right vibe at all.
62 million abortions. So basically, the Holocaust was like a circus.
Drop in the bucket.
Yeah.
Nothing.
The Holocaust.
I mean, that's literally their point. Like,
Yeah,
that is.
They're like, you think the Holocaust was bad?
Yeah.
Shit. The Holocaust was like a trip to Disneyland compared to this shit.
No problem.
Cakewalk, man.
Why even complain?
Where is God's heart at? Where is the truth and peace amidst all the chaos and lies? We want to go on a journey to find out.
I like how he's like, there's people on both sides and everyone's so passionate. Well, anyway, they're fucking wrong.
They're wrong.
And God says you're all fucking murderers.
The truth, and to find out how we could actually help and make a difference instead of just adding more noise to an already deafening discussion.
Why Why is he talking like that? It's really bothering me.
Dude, it's like, I'm not here to be offensive, but the Holocaust was a fucking joke compared to this.
Let that bass drop on that 808.
Dirty ass beat.
So weird.
I'm not here to offend anyone, but the Holocaust was a fucking cakewalk. In fact, I doubt it even happened. Planned Parenthood, bomb Planned Parenthood. I'm not here to be offensive, but bomb Planned Parenthood.
Jesus.
Look at all the gravestones. What the fuck is that, dude? So he shows Planned Parenthood and then a graveyard. I wonder what he's trying to say. Gosh, I love that hardcore intro, and then just these two bozos sitting there. Pull up that tweet again. Hey, badass, remember this? When you said you've seen a 3-year-old made you want to fuck. So yeah, shut up, dude. Hey, dude, remember this tweet? I may just wait 20 years for David Beckham's 3-year-old daughter, because God knows she's gonna be gorgeous. Hey, Cole, you ever see a 3-year-old and think how bad you want to fuck her? Because you actually do. That's what you tweeted there. So that's an interesting take.
So what if you're watching this and you're thinking, should I keep my baby even though it's too hard? As a matter of fact, I was in that position. I was 19 when I got pregnant with Everly.
By the way, these activists, what they don't say is that they're against abortion in all situations, in incest, and R word, and they basically just focus on these examples of women that doesn't really exist, where it's like, it's just you want an abortion because it's going to be hard and you don't want the responsibility. I mean, having an abortion is like not an easy decision. People are not making this decision lightly. Yeah. It's not a fun thing that people want to do just as a contraceptive.
And I mean, it's probably coming from their own experience, because it's like, oh, I got pregnant when I was still 19 or whatever. And you know, I wanted to go to college and keep partying.
Thank you, Dan.
But you know what? It's not a big deal, because I come from a middle-income family to high-income family with a big support network, and you know,
it worked out for me.
It worked out for me just fine. My parents, you know, can watch the baby while, you know, I'm going and doing things or whatever, and it's like, that's not everybody's situation.
I mean, the real heinous thing about this is they're wanting to force a 13-year-old girl who was R-worded by her dad to keep a baby.
Yep.
That's evil. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. And the laws in Texas that they're rolling out in all the other red states is like, you have like, what is it, like 6 weeks to get an abortion? And I mean, most women don't even know they're pregnant until 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously done in a way in which the vast majority of the time,
like 95% of women who get an abortion don't even know, basically, until like you're fucked with 6 weeks. You're fucked,
right?
You know. And then the other thing they do is they characterize people who are pro-choice, like they go, did you know you can abort a baby at 1 hour before it's born? No, you can't. You literally can't do that anywhere, and nobody's in favor of that. That's also barbaric, but it's not real.
Right.
In most places, it's like, what, 5 months or something? Or like,
well, second trimester.
Yeah.
It's you know, third trimester is when it's not allowed. And so the last 3 months of it, yeah.
Like, we agree that there's a point where it's barbaric to do that. And it's nobody's doing abortions 1 hour before birth. That's fucking insane. And that's how they characterize it.
Right.
You guys are sick, dude. These people are fucked.
And I remember just being so scared. I didn't know what I was gonna do. I was actually in school and college, and I was too scared to tell my family. I was too scared to tell my friends. It was just a lot for me to take in, being so young. I remember those moments just being so terrified of just like what the future would look like, what my life was gonna look like. Just
Gonna
so many
fuck up my
things
sorority
going through my
party.
head.
And now I get to use my kids to become millionaires
Right.
and
Now I
to
can
exploit their
them.
labor.
Yeah.
Now I
Literally.
exploit my kids' labor for money.
Fucking literally doing that.
Turned out such a good call.
God. Damn, they suck.
They're like, dude, you sure you want to get that abortion? Because I'm telling you, man, there's a good ROI on those kids. Just make a YouTube channel.
Ugh.
That moment and just knowing how hard it was going to be, but ultimately in the end how worth it was going to be looking back now.
Literally great. She's like, I'm rich.
For
Literally
me
worth it.
personally, my choice was always to keep my baby, but I also know that for others there are choices.
Don't lose heart.
Oh, she's alive. She's alive.
At the end.
Again, you're not really addressing, this is just an emotional appeal. You're not addressing the real issues, right?
Of your wanderings, you'll see the grace that he giveth and giveth and giveth again.
I dare you to show them like shitting on the floor and throwing food and stuff. And be like, I wish that kid never was born.
In America, over 2,000 abortions happen every day.
What?
Every day in America, 100 people die in car accidents. 1,300 people die from smoking.
Is that real? Is there that many abortions? I think they must be lumping in stuff that isn't really an abortion. There's no fucking way I believe that. That there's more abortions than car accidents and cigarette smoke deaths. They said, hold on, you got to fact check that.
Every day in America, 100.
2,363 abortions a day?
Seems maybe plausible. I don't know. It doesn't seem.
Well, if you compare it to car crashes and cigarette deaths.
They're saying in America or worldwide?
No, in America.
Yeah, okay.
Are they counting Plan B that someone said? No way. No, that can't include Plan B. Do they think Plan B is abortion?
I think so.
What? Plan B's abortion?
I don't know if they do personally. I know some
Plan B
activists are.
The hell?
Every day in America, 100 people die in car accidents. 1,300 people die from smoking. 1,800 people die from heart disease, the leading cause of death in the U.S., according to the CDC.
So according to them, our death stat should be leading cause of deaths of Americans. 1, abortion.
That is what they're trying to say, yeah.
Another, even more deadly killer than heart disease.
Damn.
By definition, abortion is when a pregnancy is ended so that it doesn't result in the birth of a child.
So as we've been filming this documentary, we've been asked by our friends, by family, by mentors, why are we
Mentor
making this?
alert.
There's so much at risk. Why are we even making this? Why are we adding flame to an already crazy burning fire? And the answer is just, if one baby is saved from this, if one mom chooses to keep her baby from it, then it's all worth it. This documentary by no means is trying to illegalize abortion. After this documentary, you're still gonna have the choice.
Yeah.
You're still gonna have your choice. But I know that there's gonna be one mom watching, maybe 5, maybe 10, maybe 100, maybe 1,000. We have no idea the ripple effects.
But just for you guys to know all the resources out there, and also for us as
I hope he saves a baby that comes and robs him in 20 years. That'd be awesome. He goes, we have no idea the ripple effects. Some kid, 20 years, who got saved from this video is going to come stab him.
the church, and just
saying.
Me and Cole even, just that how much more we need to be doing.
We want to go into this finding out what resources are available for women that you might not know about. Are there resources, in your city? If not, is there something that the church should be doing?
Nope, because they've all been defunded.
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about.
Oops.
What's he?
Probably just church.
Yeah, you need to go to church and beg for help from the church.
Yeah.
They just need to listen to Brenda's Got a Baby by Tupac.
So again, it wouldn't drive me up the walls as much. I mean, I'm still pro-choice, obviously, but if these same people weren't the exact same set of people that are like gutting all of the infrastructure and support systems and safety nets.
These freeloaders?
Yeah.
I think
fuck off forever.
I think these single moms need to get their ass to work.
Right. No, literally. Like
it's crazy.
So crazy.
Get your fucking ass up and work.
Should be doing. Maybe you aren't pregnant. Maybe you aren't the one facing the question of whether I'm going to have an abortion or not, but you're thinking, what more can I do? How can I better help? How can I better stand with these women and for these women? So we're going into this thinking, how can we help more? What more can we do?
Mhm.
And I'm excited to find out.
Yeah.
Me
So
too.
what happens during an abortion?
In private practice, I prefer.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's ever covered this topic before. So what is an abortion?
Performed just under 1,200 abortions, including first and second.
They're like, this guy thinks, they think this guy's killed 1,200 people. Pretty much justify doing anything to a guy like that. He's killed 1,200 people. It's like the most prolific serial killer of all time. Right, it's actually dangerous to be an abortion doctor.
Trimester abortions up to 24 weeks of gestation.
So I feel like one of the most important questions that everybody asks is, when does life begin? And if we had a direct answer, then I feel like this wouldn't even be a conversation, because if we could all agree that life began at a certain point, then abortion should be allowed before that point.
Dumb fuck, you know what you think. Conception is when life begins. You know that's when you think.
And not allowed after. In your professional opinion, when would you say life begins?
It's such a simple question with such a complicated answer. A human egg is fertilized by a sperm, and that
Whoa,
is
not safe
a
for work.
single cell organism.
They just showed a cream pie, dude, on YouTube.
I was looking at my screen. I missed it.
Watch this. This is so. This is.
I mean,
so
is it actually lewd, or are you kidding?
No, I'm serious. Look at this.
A human egg is fertilized by a sperm, and that is a single cell organism that has a unique genetic makeup. That is the first. So at fertilization, you have a living cell that has that unique genetic pattern. So on that basis, human life begins at fertilization.
Yeah.
But a lot happens after that. It gets complicated, but I really do believe that a human life, that individual human being with that unique genetic signature starts at fertilization.
Can you actually ask a doctor that's not a member of your church? Like, no fucking doctor would ever answer that. Life begins at conception. You know, I feel like the real scientific answer is probably when there starts to be like a brain activity, right? Which I don't think happens until like, 6 months or something. So.
Or how about just it is a being that can exist without being essentially a parasite to another human being?
Yeah, right. 6 months. I don't know. There's a certain point when there's more brain activity. So, I don't know.
People think of doctors as so smart. We're no different than anyone else.
I love this guy. People think of doctors as they're so smart. We're actually a bunch of idiots.
We're fucking idiots, man.
We're fucking the dumbest
We don't know what we're talking about.
We're actually not
And that's why
smarter
should
than
listen
you.
to me. That's why you should listen to everything I have to say about
I
this.
went to med school in the Caribbean for sure.
This guy's awesome. I love this guy. You know, a lot of people look up to doctors. I'm here to say we are really dumb. In fact, you're probably know more about this than I do. Dr. fucking Shivago. Was that the guy that was killing people?
Dr. Kevorkian?
Oh, whatever.
When you figure out here, not here, that killing a baby this big for money is wrong, it doesn't take you too long to figure out it. It doesn't matter if the baby.
Dude, you guys need to talk to a real doctor at least if you want to have an honest conversation. Why are you going to have a come doctor and then preach to me about how you don't have to be a fucking genius to know killing a baby is wrong? Who are you, bro?
Is this big or even this big. It's all the...
This big? We talk about this big? This big? You ever seen a human being this big before?
Same.
I love what Dr. Levatino said, that whenever we start saying, like, at what...
Can you look up the credentials on that guy, Dr. Levatino or whatever?
Yeah, I said this guy's probably a chiropractor.
He totally is.
Oh, no.
Well, also, he said he's done 1,200 abortions in his life, so what the fuck's going on with this guy? He's like, no, it's murder. It's totally murder, and I fucking love it.
And I love killing
Yeah,
babies.
I'm super into it.
Don't. Here, former abortion provider, Dr.
He had a
Anthony
he came to God.
Levatino.
He came to God.
That's probably what's going on here.
Yeah, where'd he get his degree? Fucking the University of...
medical degree from Albany Medical College in 1976. I don't know anything about
Did science
Albany.
even exist then? He's because he's old.
Right, yeah.
Thank you.
It's hilarious.
size is it a human baby? It's like, well, what size is a human? You know, whenever you realize that a baby this big, and this big is a baby, it doesn't matter if it's this big or this big.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if we're going based off of size, our baby in the womb right now, she said, was like as, you know, the tip of my finger, but we saw little arms and legs on our ultrasound.
And the baby was moving around.
The baby was moving.
And she's resting.
Dude, this is such a dumb fucking documentary. When does brain activity start? Can you look that up?
Yeah.
You know?
How is this allowed on YouTube, dude? It's fucked up.
Well, this whole slant of it being like a documentary that's trying to examine both sides is just insane.
I mean, this, you know, from our perspective, this seems really easy to dunk on and seems insane. I mean, this is mainstream conservative thought in the United States, period. Like, this is not even extremist by any means. And so,
right.
I mean, YouTube isn't going to ban this.
Well, like I said, Texas, one of the most populous states in the country, maybe,
Yeah.
I think it's number 3, has
No, I mean,
it
Roe is
literally illegal.
Roe is probably going away in the next year or two.
Yeah.
The process of developing a brain around week 6 or 7, and then actual brain activity weeks 12 to 16.
So there you go. I mean, it doesn't even have a fucking brain until week 6 or 7. And then brain activity.
It's probably a stretch to call it a brain at that point.
It's just a collection of cells.
Yeah.
And then when does brain activity start?
Actually, I'm seeing conflicting stuff right here. Let me just fact check real quick.
I mean,
saying between weeks 12 and 16, I'm seeing a lot.
12 and 16. So that would be like 3 to 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that, yeah.
That seems reasonable to me. Like 3 to 4 months gives you enough time to understand what's going on. The baby is not well formed yet. And that seems completely reasonable to me. Yeah, somebody said my brain activity didn't even start till I was age 20, so there you go.
Mine still hasn't kicked in.
Yeah.
Coconuts and Barbados?
But I feel like there's a compromise here that doesn't include like militant psycho fucking freak shit that you accuse everyone of killing babies. Like, what does it even have to do with the Bible? I don't even know why they had to bring up this cause, this moral panic. It's like, I'm pretty sure the Bible doesn't give a fuck about abortion.
I don't know. I can't speak on that.
Just chilling with her arm up right there.
Of course she is.
We're excited to sit down with Dr. Kathy Altman and hear her story on this topic.
Yeah, you're clearly not going to change anyone's mind because nobody's buying this shit unless they're already in your cult.
So I feel like a lot of people watching or listening might not know how abortions are performed, you know? I think you hear pro-choice and it sounds right because it's like, oh, well, the mother should be able to decide whether to keep or not keep, but they don't understand what not keep means.
Well, most people don't realize it, but any OBGYN has to learn how to do abortions in their residency program. You can opt out because of conscience, but I didn't because I was really very pro-abortion. I had had an abortion myself, and I didn't think any woman should have to bear a child she didn't want.
Can I get an animals die, please, Zach?
Animals die!
Thank you.
In our training program, we learned how to do first trimester abortions, but I was so gung-ho that I went outside of the program and got one of the local abortionists to show me how to do D&E abortions, which are also known as dismemberment abortions, where you...
Okay, chill. Damn, this lady's a fucking murderer. They're right. This lady, she's like, I wanted to learn how to dismantle babies and the fuck who were like about to give birth. Where'd you find this lady? It's nice that she's able to do this interview outside of prison.
Murderer.
I literally take the baby apart piece by piece to remove it.
Bitch,
from the
what?
uterus. In the first trimester, that involves putting some local anesthetic in the cervix, and after you have the opening
You ready for this?
large enough, you insert a little tube and you go around just like a little vacuum cleaner and suck out the pregnancy. And the baby is sort of torn apart as it's going through the hole because it's bigger than the hole, and then the placenta.
It is. It's horrific. It's not an easy choice. That's the point, okay? This lady's out in there just killing babies for fun, though. You know what I'm saying? So they compare. Anyway. Oh, he put out a statement about the backlash? Nice. Instagram did take our in-feed post down. Really? So wait, Zuckerberg said no and YouTube said good? This is okay. Fortunately, we have talked with our team at YouTube and they're keeping the documentary up, which is the most important. They did demonetize plus take the video out of the algorithm, which is all okay. We assumed this would happen. The biggest thing this does is significantly reduce the video's reach. The more people the video reaches, the more people we can find who can find help. This makes it where you can really only watch the video if you have a link or go directly to our channel. At this point, we'll leave the message in God's hand and trust that whoever's supposed to watch it will watch it. You guys have supported this so much, and we're so thankful. Nice. Not really an apology, is that? Not more of a statement. Well, anyway, just remember this guy thinks of having sex when he sees 3-year-olds, and he clickbaited his kids having cancer. So, the LaBrant. Well, they have 13 million subscribers.
Yeah, they're huge.
What on the fuck? Yo, no wonder they're happy they kept those kids. This guy's rich as hell. Here's a kid with a rash, clickbaiting their kid having a rash.
Excellent.
Their kid's a dancer, of course. Here is one of our time with Jimmy Savile. What? Weird. Here they took a tour of Neverland Ranch. Surprised that place is still taking visitors. Here he describes that he does, he's actually a scout captain, which is nice of him to spend time with the kids like that and do retreats. Oh, here's the great clickbait. Now, this is not their kid. Look at the title of this one. She got diagnosed with cancer documentary. Motherfuckers.
That's after they change the thumbnail.
Yeah, that's the second one, which I don't think is better. Yeah, these guys are good. Good people. This is your brain on Jesus, my friends. Jesus is a hell of a drug, man.